Hi guys, what's up? It's your girl Sadiera. How's life on your side of the screen? On my side of the screen, on my side of the screen, not screen. Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm doing pretty well. Hold on, I'm trying not to slip. It's snowing, and okay. So I know you got used to Car Audition, where I usually film in my mom's truck. I love doing videos in there because the lighting is usually good. It's either good or it's bad, but I stay warm. So this time I had to go to the store because it's snowing and I need snacks just in case if they cancel school again tomorrow. I will be set in square and won't have to worry. So I'm about to get phone calls from my family. So if this video is like chopped up, that's because my family's calling me. So I'm gonna make this quick for you guys. I just got my second acceptance letter. I didn't even tell you about the first one, so I'm gonna make why am I making this video? Oh, so I am going to make an overall video about about my acceptance letters. Okay, so right now what we will do is we are going to talk about my audition at Kean. That was the one that was on the 30th of January. It was the last one. I never got to it because I ordered a mic from Wish, and not sponsored, by the way. Wish. And I just wanted to wait for the mic to see if you guys can hear me better and if I would sound better and stuff like that. But right now, because something that just happened, I can no longer wait, and I'm just going to do it right now. And what I will do is I will tell you, I will do my college acceptances with the mic. How about that? That's like the biggest prize of all. Okay, so it's going to make me happy and sad to do that video, but okay. So, basically, my Kean audition went pretty well. I talked about, I did it. Well, actually, no. It went well for me. Probably not well for the people. So we did an activity, we did our warm-up. The warm-up was not as fun as Montclair's. Shout out to Montclair, woo to them, because I know the theater program is amazing because I had a lot of fun. But I'm about to go into the store, guys, so I'm going to pause and pick up right here talking about the audition because I barely started talking, so hold on. Okay, so that audition was kind of like good for me, but bad for them. I thought I did great. First of all, we arrived late because the 30th was for here in Jersey, was supposed to be that big blizzard thing. So we were trying to beat the blizzard, me and my mom, and so we left. And we left in a great time. And then as soon as we got halfway there, the snow started to pick up so heavy. And then over there, it was snowing worse than it was over here. So we really weren't ready, because when we came back here it was barely anything, but over there it was a lot, even though it's not that far from my house. It was weird. But so we're racing, trying to beat the snow, and my camera's fogged up. But we're trying to race and beat the snow, and it's really not working. It's not doing any good for us trying to beat the snow. So then we got to the school, and we had arrived. GPS took us to the wrong side of the school, so we had to drive all the way across the campus, which you can't go straight through, so you have to use all these back roads. So that took up time. And then we arrived there, and we were there, and a girl told us exactly where to go. And so they didn't have they had signs that said the auditions, but it was the electric signs, so it didn't tell you exactly where. And there was 2 theaters over there, so it was kind of confusing. But so we ran, and we tested a whole lot of doors. I think it was 3 doors we tested, and then We found the right door and we went in that door and we were like, okay. And we went upstairs. But there was no one waiting for us at the first floor, like auditions. No. So we had to then take the elevator and be like, okay, 212. And take it up by ourselves. So another kind of misguided audition. But it wasn't that bad because the building wasn't like that big where you can get lost. Like Montclair's campus was like a whole bunch of loops. So then I'm not comparing auditions really, but I'm just like kind of trying to compare, I don't know, kind of compare like situations in my head, like to me, because to me it was a little bit kind of similar but different. But so hold on, wait, excuse me, sorry. So when I was there, I had to wait on, since I was second, there's a thing called on deck for theater kids. You would know, but it's like a thing called on deck where you're like the next person up, so you wait. And usually there's a chair, but there wasn't a chair, so I'm like pacing, not really pacing, but talking to this girl who had no reason to be there because her audition was like nearly last and she was just standing there. So I was like, so relax. But so then after that, I'm home now, so I have to kind of stand out here. So after that, I did my audition, and I forgot to slate. And introduce myself, because first of all I was thrown off guard because I had just still come in. Like, it had been like maybe 10 minutes since I came in from the snow. Like, I'm trying to still fix my clothes, make sure my hair's not a mess and stuff like that. And then I'm trying to like
shut up. What are you talking about?
Gather, huh? No. I'm trying to gather my thoughts and stuff. We have car time because my family wouldn't just let me, excuse the sirens, stay outside and do what I need to do. They wanted to talk to me and bother me, so I gave them their stuff, and I'm now in the car because it feels good outside too. But now I kind of forgot where I left off. But okay, so I'm gonna send out this disclaimer right now. This is like the third video I did, but maybe it's the fourth. No, this is the third video I've done. Third audition video that I've done. I'm just saying, I'm sending out disclaimer right now. I'm not comparing colleges. I am not comparing the auditions. I'm not comparing any of that. For me, it is in comparison in my mind, but this is not the purpose of the video. It's not to tell you, hey, audition for Montclair. It's not that bad. It's going to be really fun. Don't audition for Kean. No. It's to say, like, how it was for me. Like, for me, Montclair's audition was a whole lot of fun, but I did a video on that, so that doesn't matter. You get me? We're talking about Kean's audition. So, Kean's audition, once I got into the room, I forgot to slate. Since I did not slate, that was automatic points off. And first of all, I had like a feeling, like, and this could have nothing to do with it, because audition, people watching over your audition should not have emotion on their face very much. But, so, as I'm auditioning, I could already feel it's not going right, like, just stepping into the room. Because first it started off all wrong because I needed a chair, and the guy took the chair and sat in it. One of the judges who was late, he took the chair and he sat in the chair. First of all, let me just tell you, when I was waiting in the room and he was joking with the lady at the table, signing everyone in, I got really anxious. Like, just by his appearance, I got very anxious. Just by him being there, it made me very, very, very nervous. And I have no clue why. So, I was kind of, like, thrown off. So then, I went in, did my audition. It went great for me. I I said my monologues clearly. I knew what I wanted. I kind of like, I didn't say them clearly, but I said them clearly. But I bit my tongue during, I think, the first one. I bit my tongue towards the end. Like, I guess I was, I went to say something. And, like, got tongue twisted. And bit my tongue. And then, then after that, like, I didn't let it affect me. I just kept moving. But other than that, it was straight moving. But, it was like, what about theater interests me? And I told him that telling the stories and you never know who you connect to and all that stuff. Like, that's, like, it for me. But I went more in depth because there is a deeper meaning to all of what I just said. But, and then there was one more question. It was something else, but I don't think it was really, like, relevant to me. So we'll just ignore that question, and if anything, I'll tell you that question some other time. But, then, after that, they're like, okay, thank you. I'm like, thank you, da-da-da. I'm leaving, I'm putting the chair back, and then I left. And then I go, and she's like, here's your essay, go straight upstairs. And whatever, so she brings me upstairs, and the first girl's there. And now I looked at her, and she looks at me. And her paper's blank. That's the first thing I noticed. And I'm like, is that hard? And then she's like, kind of. She's like, not really. She's like, the writing episode is asking me what play would be relevant, play/musical would be relevant in 20 years. So me, I just looked back at her and I was just, I said 20 years, 100 years. And I was like, I just looked at her and I was just like, oh, well, that's not that bad. I was like, but I get why it would be hard because it's like explaining the relevance that it has now. So I chose Dear Evan Hansen because of what it's based off of and the meaning that it has. So like, especially like high school students and stuff like that. People who struggle with being alone and depression and anxiety and all that stuff. Like it connects with a lot of people from different ranges and it has something for everyone. You know, besides being a love story and all that other stuff, you know. So that's what I wrote about. She wrote about Wicked. She wrote about the normal stuff. Like why it connects, and then she wrote about like technical stuff, and I just like wrote about like normal stuff, like why it relates and stuff like that. And I went into a little bit of technical, but then I came back out because I was just like, you know. Then on top of that, we're in there. But let me tell you this whole thing. We're in there. I'm trying to do it quickly because we're at 12 minutes. So we're in there. I'm talking to her. She's talking to me. Another girl shows up. We're all quiet. We start talking, and we're all talking, and we're communicating, and we're connecting, like, you know, like a group of girls should. And we just kind of rode and talked. And then the girl who was bringing all of us up one by one, who was helping, she went and told the lady who was working at the table that we were talking, and basically she came out, she was like, if we're second guessing you, this is what we look at, da-da-da-da. And she's just like, if, like, so take it seriously and stuff like that. So we're like, okay. Like, we're kind of, like, at writer's block right now. So that's why we're talking. Like, we're trying to bounce ideas off of each other. And she's just like, remember, this is not a social hour. And then, she kind of had an attitude. And she just nodded and walked away. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? What? And I was just like, okay. And I just, like, kind of, like, laughed. So I was just like, what? Like, what? So whatever. I wrote my paper. I left. And then that was that. I found the next day my answer. And I did not get in. My thing was, I kind of had a problem with it being so quickly. Because my thing was, you literally just saw me yesterday. How can you make a decision? But I kind of thought, like, hey, maybe they already had their people, da-da-da. But me, then again, I didn't really care. But that was that. That was basically that audition. It went pretty great for me, except for the fact that I didn't get in. But that's that. I'm not too worried about that. yeah. But she said that just because I didn't get into the theater program, I still have a chance to get into the school. So, yeah. So, she said I could just try again next year or do it as a major. I mean, a minor, because psychology will be my major if I went there. So, yeah, that's that. So, let me know in the comments below what do you want to see in my next video or whatever. If anyone ever watches these videos, who knows. But this girl gotta go. So,